Welcome back to the Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I want to spend some time with Alex Kakhnovets. And from now on, you're Alex, by the way.
Alex is fine. I'm very impressed. You said it perfectly.
I had to practice for about 15 minutes, and the whole interview's for, so that's just amazing. Alex, you're with a great company who has a huge footprint here in the Houston market called Boxer Properties. You're National Director of Leasing, and recently you've all been chosen to be one of the 101 best and brightest companies to work for in Houston. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you. You know, let me just say from Boxer's point of view, this is a really big deal for us. And so we're personally, I'm very proud to be a company that's been chosen for an award like this, and everyone at Boxer is very, very proud to be a part of this.
Yeah, and I guess you guys probably have the biggest or one of the biggest real estate footprints here in Houston. You know, how do you compare competitor-wise in terms of number of properties you work with?
So in Houston, we have over 70 properties. We have roughly 7.5 million square feet right now. As far as how we compare, we're definitely on the top 10, probably in the number 6 or number 7 spot in terms of square footage leased and managed in the Houston area.
And your sweet spot is your value proposition.
That's right. That's right. So we're always known as the guys that kind of come in and purchase a property on a value add basis. We invest significant capital into the property. We install very kind of regimented process and customer service into the buildings, and we lease them up and we create value.
Yeah, absolutely, and you do a fantastic job. And what I love is how you make C properties into B properties that feel like A properties.
That's right, and you know we're not just known as the C guys anymore, or the B guys that matter. We have purchased some true Class A properties. We've got very large properties. Arena Towers is just down the streets from here.
Yes.
So it's a very large 800,000 square foot property. So we do a little bit of everything. We're not just the C guys. We do A, B, and C. And frankly, I wouldn't call any of our buildings a C.
Oh, no. Maybe at purchase is what I meant.
That's
at
right.
Purchase,
that's right.
You upgrade them significantly to B and now even A.
That's right.
So I think it's fantastic what you do. I've seen the transformations, and they're very, very notable.
That's right. And Kevin, I've got to tell you, down here in Southwest Houston, I've probably got a dozen properties. Very upset to see that you guys aren't in one of my properties. I'm going to have to talk to somebody here about when your lease is expiring.
But I'm not him, that's for sure. Tell me a little bit about the culture there that would get you guys that recognition of 101 best and brightest.
Sure. You know, I think with any company, the people make the company. And with Boxer, I could tell you that the people are just fantastic. It's a place I truly, and I mean this when I say this, when I go to work, I enjoy everyone I work with. It's a very open, transparent environment. It's an entrepreneurial company. It's not a huge company in terms of size and staff, but it's also not a small company. So we're big enough, but we could also do interesting things that some companies that are a little bit bigger than us probably can't do.
Yeah, and I think that's fantastic in terms of what you do. How many employees do you all have?
Well, we now have over 1,000 employees, which is really, I think, the story for Boxer over the last 5 or 6 years. 6 years ago we were around 300 employees, so we've had a very fast and furious growth spurt at a time when, frankly, most other real estate companies were shrinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me ask you in terms of number of properties you have altogether. I know you mentioned how many you have here in Houston, but you're actually corporately located out of Dallas, if I understand correctly.
No. Our corporate office is
here.
Actually here in Houston. Houston is our biggest portfolio with about 7.5 million square feet. Now, we also have Dallas, which is our second biggest. We've got 6 million square feet in Dallas. We've got a very large presence there. And we also have property in Atlanta, Georgia, Phoenix. We've got property in Denver, Colorado, as well as Hartford, Connecticut, and some other areas like that. But definitely Houston, Dallas, and Atlanta are our 3 biggest markets right now.
I bet those keep you very busy.
Absolutely.
Very good. Well, any final thoughts before we let you go on your story? I do want to mention boxerproperty.com is the website, boxerproperty.com. Again, recognized as one of the 101 best and brightest places to work for in Houston. Final thoughts?
Well, for anyone listening, go to boxerproperty.com. Kevin, as you mentioned, I appreciate the plug. And, one thing of note is we're a company that not only focuses on big tenants. If you're a startup company, small business, medium-sized business, come check us out.
Alex Kakhnovets, and he is the National Director of Leasing. Thanks for being with us.
Kevin, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bet. When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. You're listening to The Price of Business.